time a sweet recipe for you all today. So I'm going to make this recipe with all my relatives. Let's have a quick begin. Hello, this is Sonu and I'm back with
So list of required ingredients is available in below description box. First, take 3 cups of premix in a bowl. Then you need to add 2 spoons of vegetable oil to it. After adding oil, add water and mix gently. We need to mix the cake batter for 2 to 6 minutes by adding small amount of water at a time period of 30 seconds until we get a consistent batter. Do you all know bread baking began in ancient Greece around 600 BC, leading to invention of enclosed ovens, guys? Ovens and work tables have been discovered in archaeological digs from Turkey to Palestine and date back to 5600 BC, and baking was flourished during the Roman Empire. Now here is our cake batter ready. Now next step is to take a cake mold. I have taken a doll cake mold and apply oil to it. Just take 2 to 3 drops of oil and apply it to the sides. Next, sprinkle corn flour to it so that the cake doesn't stick to the sides and comes off easily. Next, pour the batter in your mold. After pouring the batter, tap your mold to ensure that there are no bubbles formed. Since we are baking without oven, you can use preheated pressure cooker without vessel, or also idli cooker can be used. Add some salt at the bottom and place the mold. Bake it at low flame for 25 minutes. See, after 25 minutes, perfectly baked sponge cake is ready. Now remove the outer crust which is overbaked. Cakes are made from various combinations of refined flour, some form of shortening, sweetening, eggs, milk and flavoring agents. There are literally thousands of cake recipes and many are centuries old. Cake making is no longer a complicated procedure. Now after removing the overbaked crust, you need to mark the outline which you wish to cut in order to get a perfect layer. You can use any simple thread to cut the layers. See how easily, quickly and neatly the layer is being cut. Look at this. Now as we are making a doll cake, I have inserted my sponge cake upside down. Next, repeat this step and cut all your layers in similar way. Here I am going to cut 3 layers of this sponge cake. You can cut the number of layers according to your preference. Earlier, cakes were considered as a symbol of well-being by early American cooks on the East Coast, with each region of the country having their own favorites. You'll know by the early 19th century, due to Industrial Revolution, baking ingredients became more affordable and readily available because of mass production and the railroads. Modern leavening agents such as baking soda and baking powder were invented in the early 19th century. The most popular cake flavors available are lemon cake, black forest, cheese, vanilla, red velvet, chocolate, and the most loved one is the pineapple flavored cake. Here we have completed our cutting. Now let's prepare the sugar syrup. Add 2 spoons sugar to 1 cup of water and 2 drops of vanilla essence. our sugar syrup is ready. Next, we need to have pineapple pulp. Keep it aside for now. Now let's whisk our cream. This is the sweetened cream which is available in the market. You do not have to add sugar to this. Now, very important thing here in the beginning of whisking process is that don't directly increase the speed of whisking machine. Let's start from low and gradually increase the speed. Now I am whisking it on level 1. Place your cream on ice cubes or chilled water while whisking the cream. This is done because the cream gets stiff as we provide a cold environment to it. Gradually you can increase the speed of the whipping machine while you are whisking. Now this whipping process would take your 8 to 10 minutes. You can see here the cream is becoming lighter as we whisk. As the cream becomes lighter, it also becomes stiff. The stiffer the cream is, the easily we can do our decoration on our sponge cake. While you are whisking, make sure you give a break of 30 seconds at least after every 2 to 3 minutes. This mixing process creates air bubbles in the cream, and as the cream is whipped, the fat is distributed among the air bubbles which causes them to stick together and create foam. This is the reason why heavy cream is whipped and used for cake topping. You can check like this. When cream sticks to the pan and doesn't fall, it is then when it is done. Now come on, let's decorate our cake. The first step is to add sugar syrup to the first layer of your cake. It can also be called as a base. Next step, pour your cream in the piping bag and just apply the cream on the first layer. You can see in the video as I am doing it. Now, take a spatula and cover the layer thoroughly with the cream. You can see our cream is perfectly done. Now, next step is to add the pineapple pulp on the cream. This gives a yummy pineapple flavor to our cake. Now after adding the pineapple pulp, thoroughly spread it over the cream with the help of spatula. Now it's time to add our next layer. Repeat the same steps for all the layers. So guys, according to the food historians, the ancient Egyptians were the first culture to show evidence of advanced baking skills. The Oxford English Dictionary traces the English word cake back to 13th century. It is a derivation of kaka, an Old Norse word. Medieval European bakers often made fruit cakes and gingerbreads in their early stages. Isn't it interesting? It is said that in the beginning cake was baked using flours mixed with eggs, milk, nut and honey. They also had a cake called satura, which was a flat heavy cake. Now we have added the top layer of our cake and we are soaking it with the sugar water. Thoroughly soak the top layer of the cake with the sugar and vanilla essence. Next step, we are adding our cream and coating the outer part of the cake. Make sure you coat the cake thoroughly from all sides with the cream. After adding the cream, with the help of a spatula, nicely settle the cream on the cake. need to level it thoroughly. Even at the top. Once your leveling is done, then next it's time for decorating our beautiful doll cake. So we need to place our doll in the top middle of our cake. You can see here I have placed it, and for making this I have added pink food color to our whipped cream. And just fill it in the piping bag and draw the design as I am doing it. So the same design has been drawn on the doll as well. Just look at it and follow as it is. This is a very basic design doll cake. You can make this at your home and enjoy the cake. Just fill in the gaps between with a dot. Our beautiful cake is getting ready. In the bottom of the cake, you have to draw big circles so that it looks like a frog. I have used a star nozzle for this design. After this, you can decorate your cake with all the pearls you have. These are the edible pearls which we can eat. They are easily available in the market. See how beautiful our doll is looking, and our doll cake is ready. So that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you liked the video. Do try this recipe at home and do not forget to like, share, subscribe and comment my channel. I'll see you soon. Take care and keep eating.